Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Ninjago video here on the channel. My name is TannerFishies. In today's video, we are going to be continuing my series of Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 3 episode reviews by taking a look at episode 8 of Season 3, entitled Crashing Together. Now, as per usual, this review will contain my thoughts surrounding the positives of this episode, then I will transition into some of the more negative things, until finally towards the very end of the video, I will give the episode in question a score out of 10 according to my own opinion. Also, this video will contain spoilers for the episode at hand. You have been warned, spoilers are ahead. So in terms of this episode is actually rather unique in the sense that it is pretty much a flashback episode featuring a younger Eren and a younger Sora, their first time meeting, and it basically explains how both of these characters bonded and first became friends. And in my opinion, this was a very, very much needed storyline, and I'm glad that it's finally here. We see them go through a few stages of their youth, and it's wholesome to see how much they've grown, especially compared to where they are now and how they were back then. There's playful banter between the two. We see the origins of their apartment, their love for pies, all of that good stuff. And overall, I gotta say, I loved the flashback portions of this episode. I thought those portions were definitely one of the stronger parts of this episode for sure. We also see some early obstacles in their relationship. They had a fight. Sora is nearly abducted for labor in Skulkin Mines. Haunting, but, you know, Eren has to save her, and I enjoyed seeing all of that play out as well. It's a nice parallel to what goes on later in the episode. More on that momentarily. Also, this is kind of a small thing, but I thought it was interesting to see how the merged lands, especially the crossroads, has evolved from then to now. Back then, things weren't really all that accepting. People were more hesitant to accept currency from other realms, for example. Not all cultures were necessarily accepted or combined. But now, in the crossroads from today, that is more so what happens. Every culture from every realm is accepted and shared. Just some attention to detail that I thought was worth mentioning. Also, there is an evil cat that I particularly enjoy. He was pretty funny. The second part of this episode basically picks up in the modern day. We see a standoff in the World Forest featuring the ninja along with Lord Ras and Eren. Everyone catches up. I love that Frack actually has a lot to say to Lord Ras because realistically, he would. Also, he attacks, Eren defends, pretty much solidifying what Eren feels. I also love how Kai talks about nether space more than once in this episode. Again, because why wouldn't he? That was a very major thing that happened related to the Forbidden Five and Lord Ras. Again, love the callbacks. The season has been doing a fantastic job at calling back to older events. Also, in terms of the action is pretty great too. We have an awesome Drix versus Ninja battle, and we hear Drix's voice for the first time. It's great. Also, he battles extremely well with his swarm elemental power. Kai literally puts a hole in him with his fire, and Drix just regenerates. Drix has solidified himself as my favorite member of the Forbidden Five. That is so cool. Can't tell you how much I love Drix. But again, the biggest action set piece I would say is when Lord Ras is suddenly abducted by Jay again, and we get a nice parallel with Sora going after Eren and ultimately saving him. Pretty much the opposite of what happened in the past. Now it's Sora's time to save Eren. The episode handles those parallels extremely well. It's very sweet when they finally reunite and get to talking. I teared up a little bit seeing them connect, swinging on the rope. That was really cute. I liked that a lot. Also, Rogue continues to be awesome. Why does Jay have the best battles this season? Definitely not a complaint, but I did not expect his battles to be that good. He has the best fights of this season so far, I swear. Overall, this episode had a lot to love. It had a lot of really important lore between Eren and Sora that was finally addressed, and it paralleled nicely to what exactly was happening in the modern day. And while some people might call this episode kind of disjointed because it switches back and forth between past and present, I would disagree. I thoroughly enjoyed this episode, and I have nothing really negative to say. Therefore, this episode gets a 10 out of 10 in my opinion. A very good episode of Dragons Rising Season 3, all things considered. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. That'll pretty much wrap it up for my thoughts here. Leave all of your thoughts down below in the comments surrounding what you thought about this episode, and hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you guys did, feel free to like and subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I will talk to you guys again very, very soon. Peace.